This old bench top needs new tricks, needs to be flat for the Maloof build, needs some upgrades, and there's something new from Hongdui that's just been released. I'm just having a quick squeeze to see if I have enough hardwood. Length is going to be kind of critical here. And that's a negative.
I can see the pub from here.
It was by far easier and quicker to cut these little buggers out and try not to lose much wood in the process. The biggest problem with my previous top, it wasn't perfectly flat and it did sag in the middle. I knew when I took this apart that I just had to make this sure this base was going to be perfectly flat, so anything I put on top of it was just going to be mint. Does very well. Yeah, so this bench base didn't have a middle brace. And me being me, bored, I do like cutting dovetails, I really enjoyed them. So I went to this sort of length for middle bracing. All of this is from an old bench, peeps. When needs must. So basically any voids I had from where I took this from, it was a base from a kiln. Don't ask. But there was plenty of voids in it. I wanted to fill them all. Make sure this is as solid could be. And I used all the waste I had left over to fill all these voids. Not gonna lie, this saw was full of glue and pretty much like a butter knife.
You've got an influx of workers from elsewhere that don't know roads, you know.
I suppose you're wondering why the hard top cladding, as it were. Well, I found the soft top that I had before easily ripped up when you're trying to clean off glue, squeeze out, etc. And so I went with the hardwood top, and me being tight and I couldn't afford it, I couldn't go with a full solid hardwood top, otherwise I would have, to be honest with you. So this was my solution. I milled up this wood a long time ago. This is from my mum's garden, and I tried it myself too. You know what they say, go big or go home. Now this piece was left over from an old build that didn't exactly go to plan, and it's got the buttocks carved out in it, and I thought I'd use these for the rear jaws because that's what I had kicking around. Oh! Yeah, the router pushed and flicked that little bit out, which completely screwed up that flat edge. Solution, rip it apart and start again, whilst Josh fixed the back of the vice jaws, that is. And without wasting it, that is. So we just literally made this smaller and shut it again. You can't knock that Tessa carpet, double-sided tape, no screws, sticks like shit to a blanket, put it that way. But it's expensive. I know I'm going to be asked this on why did I do it. Okay, so the middle hole or something like this, it needs to be a static joint, as it were. The two outside holes in this case, or there could have been more if it was wider, they need to be elongated. So any expansion that top is going to do has 5mm to move in and out. The setup blocks, great bit of kit. I have them in metric and Mercer units, well handy and as cheap as chips, link below. What happened here, that's a 10mm block and we went way deeper than what I needed. Like 20 something mil rebate, that needs fixing. I love 5-minute PU glue. It works when it's brass monkeys and it cures quickly. Anybody see a problem here? I do.
It's cool, just cool, then into the mouth. Nice.
Yeah, we'll get to this little bad boy later. That's going to come in with the rest of the bits that are going to be done to this bench later. It's like a hand router, let's say, that does chamfers. Cheap as chips too, and replaceable. Well, the blades are. I'll put a link below. This will make sense later, and this was the only way I saw of getting this right, albeit giving me a problem to solve. Like anything good, seal it, and this does get 2 coats, albeit I'm only going to show you one. I used Osmosis Poly X, my go-to for almost everything. But don't be an idiot like me and then get all low and get into a bad mood and spend 3 weeks in bed and only leave one side of your bench covered in finish because the other side's sucking in more humidity. Yeah, dickhead. Here's the problem I mentioned. You drill through, you've got a hole the size you've got. It's very difficult to make it bigger. The only way to really to do that and do it fast without gluing a piece in is get that Christmas tree bit, drill it to the width you need, and then you can fit in it. You've got enough purchase from that Christmas tree bit to carry on drilling that hole. Without gluing anything in, it's very quick, fast and tidy. Great job. You'll see the difference drilling widths, so this can't be pulled through from the other side. It'll make sense in a minute. I'm not going to lie, I did get pretty lucky with this birch ply. It needed 0.5 mil skimmed off with a thicknesser to get this to work, which was brilliant. This is just kind of like an educated dry glue up, as it were, but I know it's there. So a quick FYI there, there's 2 washers there and the hole is elongated. So that head can slide across, those washers can slide against each other, not just one washer, which makes them slide easily, more easily. I thought about this a lot and this was I think the best solution. You're going to get a perfect 90 degrees cut from using the router. And also, just by chance, I got a bit lucky. Those router bits perfectly fitted my router clip. Perfect. Let's talk about bench dogs. At about the time of filming this, these bad boys were 15 quid for 4. That's £3.76 a piece. Let's put that into perspective. These Veritas dogs, which I'm struggling to find in the UK, I remember Josh paying 30 quid for just 2 of them. That was a long time ago as well. You do the maths. Shame about the colour though. I would have preferred these in brass. And before you ask, that is called crabber. It is the elephant's dangle of grabbiness. I think it's actually used for making gaskets on cars. And it makes far, far better grab than leather does on vices. Not cheap, but if you hunt around, you will find it for a reasonable price. Hey legends, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give it a like, subscribe and share it around like it's gossip of a family barbecue. Sharing is caring and also helps me fool the algorithm into thinking I'm wildly successful. Now, fancy going above and beyond? Check out my Patreon. It's the cost of a pint a month, and unlike that pint, it won't make you text your ex or argue with a lamppost at 2 AM. No pressure, seriously, no contracts, no weird terms, no soul selling. You can cancel any time. I'll only sob quietly into my pillow for like a week. What's in it for you? Early access to videos, no ads, no nonsense, access to an exclusive WhatsApp group where top tier legends hang out, chat rubbish, swap memes, and occasionally solve the world's problems, or at least argue about biscuits. So if you're into it, amazing. If not, no worries, I'll still love you in a very non-clingy way. Be lucky, stay cheeky, and remember, friends don't let friends watch good content alone. For now, that is the end of this workbench build. It's not finished, not by a long shot. There's still more to do. This is going to become sort of like an MFT style top, which will probably be new to you. And there's also another jig coming for it that will be new to you and certainly far cheaper than anything else on the market, which I'll show you. And yeah, workbench flat enough to do a rocking chair build now. See you in the next vid. So if you like the cut of my jib, please like and subscribe. Share if you're really feeling kinky. And we'll see each other again.